The rise of Coco Bunnie, more than what you see. They judged her before they even understood her, before the name started trending, before the attention, the headlines, the opinions. There was just a person trying to sing in a world that only noticed the loudest voices. Her name is Coco Bunnie, and whether people admire her or criticize her, one thing is undeniable. She knows how to capture attention, but this story isn't just about attention, it is about control, identity, and the price of being seen. In today's digital world, fame doesn't always come from where people expect. It doesn't wait for permission. It doesn't follow old rules. Sometimes it starts with a single post, a movement, an image, a decision to step into the spotlight, knowing very well that once you do, there's no turning back. For Coco Bunnie, the movement wasn't accidental. It was a calculated step into space where confidence and currency and visibility can either build you or break you. At first, people only saw what was on the surface, the boldness, the presence, the kind of energy that makes people stop scrolling, even if just for a second. But on the internet, attention comes with a cost. For every person watching in silence, there is another ready to judge. Criticisms came quickly, comments, opinions, and labels. People tried to define her, to put her in a box they could understand. But they didn't realize was this. She was already thinking ahead. Because in a world where everyone is fighting to be noticed, standing out is not enough. You have to stay relevant. And that's where many people fail. But not Coco Bunnie. She understood something most people ignore. Attention is temporary, but strategy lasts. Instead of fading away like many viral names do, she adapted, she learned into the attention, turned curiosity into engagement, turned engagement into influence. And slowly, without many people noticing first, her name started sticking, not just as movement, but as a presence. Of course, the journey wasn't clean. No story like this ever is. There were moments of doubt, moments where the noise became too loud, moments where stepping back might have seemed easier. Because being visible means being vulnerable. It means people will talk about you, whether they understand you or not. And sometimes, especially when they don't. But here's what makes the difference. Not everyone can handle that pressure. Not everyone can keep going when the spotlight gets heavy. Coco Bunnie didn't just stay in that spotlight. She learned how to use it. Over some time, what started as attention began to turn into something more powerful. Recognition, the kind where people don't just see you, they remember you. And in the digital world, that is everything. But the real question is, what does it take to build that kind of presence? Is it confidence, consistency, or the willingness to be misunderstood while still showing up anyway? Maybe it's all about them. Because behind every post, every appearance, every moment online, that is a decision. And a decision to keep going, to keep showing up, to keep building, even when the outcome isn't guaranteed. And that's the part most people never see, the part behind the screen, the part where there is no likes, no comments, no applause, just effort, just discipline, just belief. Today the name Coco Bunnie means different things to different people. For some, it's controversy, for others, it's confidence, for many, it's simply curiosity. But no matter how you see it, it represents something rare about the world we live in now. A world where anyone from anywhere can create a name that people can't ignore. A world where attention moves fast, but impact comes from those who know how to hold it. And maybe that is the biggest lesson in this story. It is not just about going viral, it's about what you do after. Because in the end, fame can be accidental, but staying relevant is always intentional. So the next time you see a name trending or a face you recognize from your screen, Ask yourself this: are you just watching the moment, or you are witnessing the beginning of something bigger? Because whether people expected it or not, Coco Bunnie didn't just appear in the spotlight. She found it, and she made sure it stayed on her. Thank you for watching. See you next time in my next video. Please bye. Enjoy the rest of the video. Peace be unto you.